This video is about relative frequency and histogram. When we're given a frequency distribution, we can always turn it into a relative frequency distribution or a histogram. So first, let's talk about what is a relative frequency distribution. So a relative frequency distribution looks pretty much like a frequency distribution. What's different is instead of this column of frequency, you will have a column called relative frequency. And for each number, you will replace the frequency by the percentage of frequency. So how do you turn it from a frequency distribution? First, you can add up all the frequencies here. So let's sum all the frequencies. So which is 11 plus 24 plus 10 plus 3 plus 2. So let's see what it is. 24 plus 10 plus 3 plus 2, which is 50. So the sum of all the frequencies is 50. So the relative frequency for the first class from 75 to 124 seconds will be 11 out of 50, which is 22%. Similarly, for the second relative frequency will be 24 out of 50, which is 48%. And third class, 10 out of 50, 20%. Fourth class, 3 out of 50, so 6%. And the fifth one, 2 out of 50, which is 4%. Okay, so this is how we turn frequency distribution to a relative frequency distribution. Okay, now how do we turn a frequency distribution to a histogram? All right, so to graph a histogram, first of all, you need to find the class boundaries. So histogram. Histogram. So first find class boundaries. So in this case, you should have 74.5, not 75. 74.5. And the next number is here, that's 124.5. Then it's here, 174.5, 224.5, 274.5, and 324.5. So once you found all the class boundaries, you will draw a graph like this and put all the boundaries on the horizontal axis here. So here first I start with 74.5. So this line represents your values. In this case, we're talking about time in seconds, which is this column. So time in seconds. So 75.5, mark all the class boundaries. 124.5, next is 174.5, leave equal space for between each boundary. So 224.5, so here is 274.5 and 324.5. Okay, so the vertical axis is the frequency. So it's frequency over here, frequency over here. So let's look at the frequency numbers. The highest is 24, so we will do like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, okay, as our units. So 5 here, let's say this is 10, it's 15, 20, 25. Over here. Okay, so now let's mark the bars. So the first class frequency is 11. So 11, it should be right here. So this represents the first class. Okay, second class frequency is 24. 24 here. Okay, so 24 is almost 25, so I'll mark it over here. So if you make a bar on it, it will look like this. Okay, third class frequency 10. Fourth class frequency 3, so let's around here. Fifth class, fifth frequency 2. Okay. So this is the histogram turned from the frequency distribution.